Hi guys, my name's John and welcome to Freaking Jeep. I find it really hard to get out when it's 28 degrees out here, which is pretty chilly. I did quite a bit of stuff yesterday. In fact, the first fixing the wind spinner, cleaning the vacuum cleaner, and bringing the generator around, that you'll see, oh, there's a hair on the lens. That's probably really messing things up worse than they already are. Anyhow, those were all done yesterday. Really don't have too much to do today to get ready for the snow and the more. Oh, I put the blade on yesterday too. That was yesterday. So most of that stuff was done yesterday. This is just kind of introduction to what I did yesterday. Oh well. And I'm having a hard time getting out. It's 1:45. Kind of messing around, dilly-dallying, doing things that I shouldn't do to try to avoid things that I probably should be doing, or wasting time doing things. Just, I don't know. Just don't feel like doing. I've been out twice a day playing in the boiler. Just kind of, it's kind of like what you do in the wintertime, I guess. If you got a boiler, you play with a boiler. I was watching Dan up at Back 40, and he was showing how his door was clogged up with creosote. He don't know what creosote's all about, man. I'll show you some creosote. And you just make a tool and you get it out. He can get that door cleaned out. It just takes some time. This thing here is creosote. I just emptied this maybe 2 days ago, and this is the pile of slime. That's about 2 inches deep. That I got out somewhat the other day. You can see where it comes out. It's weird. Don't ask me what. Here's another pile of it over here, and what it looks like, and you can kind of, yeah, don't get it on you. It doesn't come off. Smells like liquid smoke, and I'll tell you what it looks like. Number 6 fuel oil. If you guys are familiar, most people are burning number 1 fuel oil or number 2 fuel oil. Number 1, I think, is kerosene. But that's what that stuff looks like, and it never. You can see how it just kind of runs around. It never really gets hard, but sticks to everything. Really sticks. See it? I'm just going to throw it in the boiler. It burns. Look at that stuff. That's a weird stuff now. And it'll burn right up like tar. But it's also kind of, there you can see where the water's coming out of it. And it just kind of runs down, and I don't know if you, yeah, you can kind of see it. It's kind of, it's weird stuff. I'll just throw that whole chunk of wood in the boiler, and you get it all over you when you play in it. It's like the worst grease you ever got a hold of. You can see how the water's coming out of it now. So that's going in the boiler. Let it burn up. That over there is going to go in the boiler. That's why I put it on little pieces of wood. This boiler never used to do that. I haven't been out here in quite a few hours. It's still got temperature though. I don't think there's much in the way of wood in there. Hope I don't get a burnout, flash out. Yeah, I don't see anything in it. Yeah, it's just kind of smudging along. There, don't see anything in there. There's probably some sparks underneath the top crust. So the cleaning the tubes yesterday really makes the heat transfer a lot more. That it's not running, so that ain't gonna be smoking. I think I'll take this back and gas it up, fuel it up. It's got a half a tank, but you know, like I said, I'm really just kind of messing around. Just waiting for the snow. I'll tell you what I got to do. I'll bring you along, is I got to put this, I'm going to pull my plastic up over that, so I'll let you watch that procedure just because I'm wasting time. Let's see if I can get this camera in this tripod. Just kind of goofing off, but it's goofy. Yeah, see, once you get that stuff on you, it'll wash off. It's water soluble until it gets to a certain point. Then it becomes not water soluble. I put this on here because that plastic doesn't like these corners. That's all that is. I got this towel. Yeah, I took a bath with it this morning and dried out, and that's you know, every now and then you got to take a bath. That's terrible. Over here, it's just, I just have one hook on it. I got a lot of hooks there, but I don't seem to need as many as I thought I was going to need. There's the cherry wood right there, and that. I wish that was empty. If that was regular wood, I'd have it in the inside and put another crate there ready to go. This is the top that I took off that. So don't know what I'm going to do with it. So keeps getting caught on something. got that wobble wire. So I'll just put it down here. I got, I guess you can't see the one hook that I'm about ready to unhook. I'm sure you've seen it before, so this is kind of like boring and not interesting. Oh, Lordy. I think I can reach it. I just have a hook in there and loop this on there. Something crashed. Oh, I remember I had another board in there. I put this, these are some oak real 2x4s that I put on there so it holds the plastic down. Looks like I got to undo another one up there. If we do get some snow, this keeps, I don't know if you're in the screen. This just kind of makes it easier to deal with. I don't think you're in the screen. And I got to undo a couple more hooks up there. See, I just put those down there so it doesn't, it just kind of holds it out. Looks like I got to undo a couple more hooks up there. I might not be able to reach them. They're kind of in a awkward spot, but somehow I think I'll be able to get to them. This is the walkway through here. It ain't too bad. Let's see, this hook's supposed to stay up here. That's probably all I need to undo. And the more you prepare for snow, the less you get, so. I was watching a good channel to go watch that I've been watching lately is Up in Smoke. I don't remember his name, but he's got an outdoor boiler showing different tips and stuff like that. Real interesting guy. I just kind of ran into him. I think I've probably seen him at Dan's back 40 ice cubes. That's the most I've had that plastic out this year, but that'll keep from snow getting in there, and I'll just go in through that little path. Put these out. Oh, there's another. There should be 4 of them. I don't know what I did with the other one. I've had this plastic here for quite a few years. I don't know if you guys are down that far, down this far. And this that is how I cover everything up. Now this down here, until I feel like messing with it, I'm just going to put it in there. This is greenhouse plastic, 6 mil. Sun does not mess with it. Now you remember, I stacked that wood up quite a bit. There's a few holes in it. A few holes in it here and there. I've patched a couple. It keeps getting them in there. That one there's been there for a long time. We'll take you off and selfie stick you a little bit. This is all backup wood. So if we get 10 feet of snow, I still have a wood supply for the boiler. I should probably cut those 2 out. But normally what I do is I bring 2 of these racks in here, have one here, and then one here. And then if I really think it's going to get bad, I'll put 2 more out there. That's one nice thing about the totes, you can move them by hand. And I have 4.5 cords of wood in here, so let it snow. I don't care. But if I don't have, this is you got to work it wood. In other words, you got to put it in, you got to stack it into totes or something, whatever, and then stack it into here. Where, so I don't have to, if I take it out of there, then I got to restack it in here. That's 2 steps. I try not to do that. That's why I like it off the splitter into a totes, or off the splitter and into a box or whatever. And this will keep all the ground down here dry, so if that gets wore out, I can just, you know, it just works good. Little snow come in here, don't really care. So that's miscellaneous what I'm doing now. I just blew out 10 minutes. I'm gonna go back and get the truck, fuel up the, I don't know where the, I'm gonna fuel up the, what do you call it up there? Toolcat, fuel that up. I'm gonna bring my white truck up to the front because I'm supposed to go get some logs, and that's the way it is. I should have cut this in half, put all the what I'm doing at the back end of this and just the introduction in the front, and if I knew how to edit better, I'd do that, but I ain't that smart, and that's just kind of the way it is here, guys. You're working with a dummy. So maybe I'll go down there and mess with that lawnmower, but at 29 degrees now, it's up to 29, I just don't feel like it. My hands are cold, and you don't have any dexterity when you got mittens on. So that's how I keep my wood dry when the snow comes in, or even the rain. See you in a little bit. Bye-bye. From I don't know where. Out there, just another thing on the list. The wind spinners that I got out here broke that little fishing lure thing. That's what I used to put on there, so I got to change that. This is what it looks like here. It's not too rough, but I can't do it. I can't do it with one hand. And every time I set the camera down, I got to put it in my pocket because it's so cold out here. The battery just goes to needing redone. So, can you see the reflections down there? Anyhow, I'm gonna just change that, and I'll be back in a minute. All I do is put that mechanism on there, and they last. But it's been so windy the last few days. I guess you might be able to see those trees blowing around. Anyhow, I'll be back in a minute, and then we'll go check on the boiler. Up and fixed. That wasn't too rough. This thing, when the wind catches it just right, it spins around like that, and it's neat, especially when you got the two of them going. And all night long, it reflects off the, what do you call it? The light next to the door in there, the entry door light, and you can see it's kind of neat. Just think about it. A few days ago, I was up on that roof cleaning the windows. You can see we left the screen out of that one and the screen out of that one. I can also see a light inside. Boss is up to something in there. We put the screens back on those two. Anyhow, that's your minute follow-up. Wind isn't just right. Those things really, and the center one, if it catches the sun just right. Anyway, now we're going back to the boiler. Got to put you back in my pocket, and it's not the it's not a side pocket, it's the shirt pocket because it's cold out here. Be in the boiler in a minute. Hi guys, just another thing on the list today. I need to move the generator over to the house because I have an appointment. The person's supposed to come out tomorrow, but or on Monday afternoon. I kind of don't think that's going to happen, but this thing has an onboard heater on it, and you just plug this into the wall in there, and it's got a trickle charger and a big heater, so it keeps it warmed up. Remember that part that's supposed to be getting put in here, if you remember the governor section? That's what I'm waiting on, and it's been on order. Finally came in. I don't know, there's a bunch of nonsense going on, but anyhow, might get put in. So I'll bring it back in a minute when we haven't landed over there by the house. And I'm just putting it in temporary over there. I don't really think I'm going to be taking the black truck out. In case something does happen, I can always fire this thing up. We'll see you in a minute from over where it lands. Bye. Well, I just looked at the boiler. I'm going to clean that out, but I don't know when the last time I cleaned the vacuum out. So it might be full of ashes, I'm not sure. So I figured you've seen just about everything here. I don't think you've seen me clean this out. I'm pretty sure it's dirty. Because it's always dirty. real dirty. Woo, this thing. Yeah, it's been worse. Now, how I clean this filter, because it's just going to get so dirty so quick, doesn't make much difference. And I made this up. Oh man, I can't get that undone. Holy cow. I'm getting weak. I ain't gonna come off of there. Crap. I gotta go get some channel locks. I'll be back in a minute. Well, I made it back. Gotta put my mittens back on because I can't work the camera. The buttons don't work too good. I guess I turned it on, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Hopefully this will get off. Here, this thing is solid, so it doesn't suck as good. Daggone. Never had that problem before. I can't believe I put it on that tight. I didn't know I was that good. Didn't know I was that strong. Man, that's... might be coming off the top part. Wow. And if you're working with a boiler, you got a boiler, you're probably all the time going to be sooty. This is a brass nut too, a brass wing nut. I don't know why it got so tight. All the years I've been doing it's never been that tight, so it's just undo it. There's supposed to be a washer there, but there, and I'll probably lose that. This is always a mess. And here's how I clean this thing. You might get a kick out of this. I rolled down the hill. Except for I can't. There it goes. I just rolled down the hill and most of the crud comes out of it. I have other ones that I got. After I rolled down the hill about 3 times, the centrifugal force along with the bouncing around cleans it out pretty good. So I'm gonna bounce it a couple more times and then I'll bring it back in a little bit. I gotta take off my mittens, turn the camera off. Boy, this cold weather sucks. So that's how I get the dirt out of it. I'll bring it back when I go put it back together. Well guys, here we are down here. I haven't cleaned the boiler yet because it's just too hot. I did put the vacuum cleaner back together, but I forgot to show that. Me bad. Anyhow, I'm gonna put you up here and try to get onto this. That thing doesn't load up quite as nice as the regular Bobcat, but we'll put you there and maybe I'll get it hooked up, or maybe not. off before. I guess you got most of that. You're gonna hit my back now though. Bag on those. I never did that. Obviously came off. Check that picture. Got some kind of plastic nylon cutting edge on it so it doesn't mess the asphalt up. So we'll get in and try it out left and right. I think I might, like I said, fix that. That it just doesn't look good. So I'm waiting for the boiler to cool down to get up there and do that, but I wanted to get this on so it won't snow. If you do snow prevention, the stuff doesn't snow. Anyhow, we'll be back in a bit. I think, I don't know. Sometimes I am and sometimes I'm not. But still hanging in there. Hi guys, well earlier I showed you that thing had a knot down there. I moved that knot up there. It kind of difficult to do, but I got it. Man, I don't like the looks of that at all. That line is just too long. But as little as I use a snow plow, I'm probably not going to mess with it. I have the feet off of this thing. I might put them back on, but I like to scrape it all the way down to the asphalt, and I got the nylon thing there, so that might be all right. I got to go get some tie-down straps and tie that down. I got a feeling somebody probably originally put it up there and it just kind of worked its way down to there, just because it's more comfortable for it to do that. So I am going to go get some tie-downs and try to strap that thing down a bit. But they're back at the sawmill, little sawmill. So I'm heading back that way. We'll be back there in a little bit. Bye-bye. Well, guys, this is a quick one. You guys know, if you've been around and watching my show for a while, I'm the cheapest guy on YouTube. I'm trying to get a couple extra miles out of this trash can. I think I might be able to do that. Yeah, it's good for another. Well, if I put a little tape here or support this here, it's good. Yeah, I think I can get maybe another year or two out of it. We'll see you. Bye. Hi guys, I don't show this very often. We are at the refueling station here at freaking Jeep. I got a little tank here, and I got the battery out down there. I don't know if you can see that. That goes up in that Jeep. I just took it off the charger, and I was taking it down the Jeep. I said, it's an easy time to do this. I don't have to stretch these cables out that much. Here's the old positive side. Here's the old negative side. It's not too rough. Oh. Well, the hose is stiff, I can tell you that. Nothing in there. Sometimes bugs like to get in there. I should get a cap on there probably. I'm not that smart. Let's see what we can do here. not going to fill it as fast as it can fill it. This is a 1-inch line. It's got an automatic shut off on it too, so I can set it and forget it, I think. But that's just flowing faster than I want to put it in this thing. I had a half a tank, but got to fill it up sooner or later, so I might as well do it. I'm dilly-dallying around. I washed the windows on this piece so I could see what I hit after I run into it. Automatic shut off didn't shut off too good, did it? You get air down in these things and it bubbles up. Nah, that's good enough. Turn this noise off. And this nozzle isn't really made for this pump, so it's just kind of a do or do thing. And I just wrap this up. Ooh, even this thing's stiff. I can tell you how stiff it is, but I'd get thrown off of YouTube. And then I just, wow, these things are really, just hang these up here. And then you don't have to do this, because that's meant to be outside. But I do it anyway. Doesn't hurt. Now I'll put the battery back in this and take it up to the Jeep. Oh, I gotta go start the white truck. That's what I'm back here for. Anyhow, I should have a full tank of gas. I'm gonna go up and start the white truck and let it warm up a little bit. I gotta drive it to the front because with the snow coming in, I might not be able to get it out, and I need it out to hopefully go get those trees maybe next week when things lighten up a little bit from all the goofy weather. And I should call the guy up today and see if he can't move him over close to the road while his ground is frozen. That's why we haven't got him already. The ground was so mushy. So anyhow, oh, here, I'll show you the window. I couldn't make it to the center of the back windshield, but look at that. I certainly should be able to see what I run into after I run into it now. Identify the crash. All right, I got more stuff to do. I got to keep going. Bye-bye. A 30-second follow-up. I got the truck to the front. Did pretty good. Didn't spin or anything like that. So I'm pretty good that way. Hey, when I was back walking, because I had to walk all the way back here, I found a couple feathers back there. I think it is from a deceased bird. I think it might be a pileated woodpecker. I'm not sure. And it looks like he had some problems because that kind of looks like blood, but I didn't find any bodies. I found 2 other feathers like that also. They're in the Kubota instead of this thing. If you know what they are, or feel like looking up and find out what kind of feathers those are, drop me a comment down below. I'd be kind of curious what kind of bird. Pretty sure it bit the dust though, because like I said, you can't see it real good, but I think there's a little of his blood there. Anyhow, done in a minute. We'll see you. Bye.